Representatives of the Oppenheimer family will attend Prince Mangosuthu Buthelezi's funeral on Saturday. That's according to Prince Mangosuthu Buthelezi, who spoke at a memorial service hosted by the Mangosuthu University of Technology in Umlazi today. The tertiary institution was established by the late Prince in 1979 with then chairperson of the Anglo-American Corporation and De Beers Consolidated Mines, Harry Oppenheimer. Karinda Jagmohan has the very latest, or rather a debrief, Karinda, from that memorial service to honor his father. And he says that you never really know how big someone is because you naturally live with him, but only upon the outpouring of support and messages that the family has received do they realize his magnanimity.
Certainly. Good day to you. Well, those are the messages by the Prince currently, as he just goes on to give us anecdotes about the life he shared with his father. Some of those quite funny, and others just revealing the multi-layered person that the late Prince Mangosuthu Buthelezi was. It was quite a colorful memorial here at the Mangosuthu University of Technology, which was also a celebration of the legacy that the Prince has left behind. We heard some history about how this university was founded. It was back in the 1970s when Prince Buthelezi had the idea of establishing a tertiary institution that would be accessible to the poor and marginalized communities at that time, that would also focus on technical subjects to ultimately be able to reach out to job opportunities. At that time, the university started with about 15 students, but today it has graduated, or it has just over 42,000 graduates. Quite a large legacy. But the Prince didn't do it alone. He needed funding at that time, and like you mentioned, he approached the chairperson of the Anglo-American Corporation and the De Beers Consolidated Mines, Harry Oppenheimer, for funding assistance. The pair were also friends as well, and today the Prince just revealing that the representatives of the Oppenheimer family would be in attendance of that funeral too. But going forward, he also shared words quoting his father when he spoke about his vision to establish this university and the importance of it. Take a listen.
He said, and I quote, "More than 40 years ago, when we built the Mangosuthu Technikon here in Umlazi, my vision was to create an institution that would equip the youth of this community so that they would be able to shape and own the future." It was a bold vision for our people. For our people were suffering under the cruel injustice of political oppression, and the future did not yet belong to our youth. We were still fighting for that inheritance. But even as we fought, I knew that we needed to prepare the next generation so that when we finally won, they would be ready to take the reins and thrive. Close quote.
So Prince Mangosuthu, of course, speaking his father's words about how he established this institution. And as he speaks his father's words, his voice, the way he speaks as well, sounds very similar to the late Prince Mangosuthu Buthelezi. There were various other dignitaries as well offering tribute, speaking about the life of this giant leader. Many people passing by saying he was really a multi-layered character, but also a humble person. In fact, the deputy president of the IFP, Mangosuthu Buthelezi, spoke about the type of leader that Prince Buthelezi was, just emphasizing the fact that the Prince had passed on in the very same bed that he was born in, because he requested to be taken to his home when he fell ill. But despite that, he's being celebrated today at a university that was named after him, just showing, like you mentioned, the magnitude of his character, but also the humility. Take a listen to Mangosuthu.
Is that Umtwana was discharged and he slept peacefully in the comfort of his own bedroom where he was born. And today his final service is held at this university that he founded, which was named after him, in a hall that is named after his uncle, the founder of the African National Congress. Umntwana just folded himself into himself and then departed peacefully. So this defines the kind of a leader that he has been.
Well, the memorial has wrapped up. Of course, Prince Zuzifa has rushed back to Ulundi, where our team is also standing by there because they are, of course, preparing for the funeral arrangements. The prince said that although the family today wanted to have a day for themselves just to go over family matters, there's also been an overwhelming support given to the family too. They say that yesterday they counted at least 17 delegations that visited the family home, and so the prince says they know that they are not mourning alone, which of course they're receiving the love from many people who loved their father, Prince Mangosuthu Buthelezi.
Karinda Jagmohan, thank you very much for that update.